very warm welcome back to Bez's Koi channel, and I have to apologise, it's been so long since I put out a video. I've been up to my eyes with work, a couple of personal problems. I've got my lad who was living with his mum, he's now back with me, and I've had to help sort him out and this, that and the other, so been a little bit busy. Went to the koi show up in Newark, met a few faces up there, a couple of other koi tubers, Lee the koi soldier, Black Country Koi bloke, met him up there as well, and a few others, had a chat with various people, and yeah, it was a good show. It was pretty packed, but I didn't film any. There's loads of videos out there. It's not really my thing, videoing out in public. This channel's all about my koi, my pond and my journey, so didn't feel the need to walk around with the camera up there, and there's lots of videos on YouTube with the koi show. So one thing I do have to add from the koi show, I purchased a lovely Hiyatsuri, about 43 centimetres, you can see him just there. Got him from Walker Koi, which is handy because they're quite local to me, probably only 20 minutes drive away from me, and he had some lovely fish for sale up there. And I was looking for a Hiyatsuri or a Chagoy. Had my eye on two fish. He sold the Chagoy that he had. There was a couple of others there, but they're a little bit too expensive. But yeah, you can see the Hiyatsuri there. Hiyatsuri, whatever you want to call him, I don't know. But very happy with him. I got him back home, done the scrape, there was absolutely nothing on. I think we found one fluke and that was about it. So I wasn't too worried. Since getting him back, he has got a little bit of fin rot, only a very small amount, about 5mm, 6mm, sort of semicircle on the tail. So I'm just trying to keep an eye on that. Get some Tamidine on there and keep it all fairly clean. So yeah, I'll try and get you to see him just down there. Hopefully when it's feeding time you'll get to see him come up. But other thing as well, bought myself a auto feeder, as you can see there, Fishmate. So I've been away a couple of times camping with the kids and the missus and that, so I've had a few days away and the feeder's been brilliant. It only does 3 feeds a day, and then I come and do the others by hand, so it's quite handy, and it's working a treat, so happy with that. Problems that I had before, nitrites, well obviously I changed to the bottom drain. I'm really impressed with the bottom drain, it's done the job. There's still a bit of muck on the bottom, but it takes a while for the fish to sort of push it into the drain, but I'm really happy with the progress. Nitrites are still sort of pushing over the edge, however that's because I'm pushing the feed there. I've gone from sort of feeding 30 grams a day to pretty much 120 grams a day, 130 grams a day. Nitrites are still up there, so I've just been keeping an eye on it, keeping my my pH high around about 8.5, and the pond is salted as well, so that should reduce the effects of any nitrites. And to be honest with you, I've just been letting the fish tell me if there's any problems, and they seem happy as Larry, to be honest. Really good. I don't know if I mentioned in the last video, I got rid of 4 fish, got rid of Blue, the big blue one, Fizz, the one that had the lump on the head, that's gone. Did get rid of a Hiyatsuri, a very small one, which wasn't really doing well in my pond. And there was another, Dot that jumped out of the pond, a little tancho. Got rid of Dot as well. One of my subscribers came down, picked all 4 fish up, and was very happy with them. So yeah, it made a little bit more room, and then obviously I've added this one, which is now Tiger. That's his name. The wife's named him. So that was Tiger, and the only other addition, like I said, is the Chagoy. Nice chocolate Chagoy I'll be after, but I'll have to wait and see, that might be next season there. But all the fish are doing really well, really well, feeding well. Had no signs of parasites. I scraped them all yesterday, no parasites at all. Even on the new fish I've had, been back from the show now a week, no parasites, so they're doing well, pond's doing well, and I'm happy. Reason for the video today is we're pretty much going into winter soon, autumn, winter, and I wanted to get the pond ready. I don't know if you remember last year I had the covers across the top of the pond, and that pretty much destroys your experience for the winter because you don't get to see the fish at all then. They sit on the bottom, and for half of the year, or almost half of the year, you don't get to enjoy them. So I decided Polycarb sheets. Those are the sheets that were on the pond last year. I've stripped them down, took the frame off them, and put a frame at the side of the pond. We'll come outside, have a quick look, and you can see the frame that I've built. Apologies for the noise in there, I just realised how loud it was with the water. Now I've come outside. So I've built a bit of a frame, done those 3 sheets. around the top of the pond here. There's a gap there, so I've got that sheet there. That's going to go in there. I've got to cut it down to size, just so there's nothing coming through there. And then these 2 sheets down this side, and then that is going to be a little door, so I can go in there in the winter time. Now there's my little chair. I'll sit there and watch the fish. Hopefully it won't get too cold this year. I think last year the pond dropped to around about 10 degrees with the covers directly over the top of the pond. I think that was the lowest we got. So I'm hoping this year, this will be better, but I don't know. We'll have to find out. So I have a little door on there with the polycarb sheets, and hopefully that'll keep things stable. Thought I heard my lad then, he was going to come out and do some filming for me while I do this. Moved the plants around to the side now because there wasn't much room in there. Obviously I've moved them back around once we open the pond up again. But I mean, we're not hitting winter yet, we've still got a way to go, but I just want to keep the temps up as much as I can. At the moment we're at 17.9 unheated, so that's still fairly warm. Still feeding the Sakiyakari balance, and in probably 4 weeks time or so I'll start mixing in Sakiyakari multi-season just as we go into winter. So yeah, bit of work today. I'll film some of that, and yeah, see where we go from there. There we go, feeder's going off. Hopefully the new will come up and have a little mouthful. Still got some of the Kasuri premium food in there, which I'm trying to get rid of. I'm almost gone now, and that's just mixed in with the Sakiyakari. And then, as I said, we'll go to the Sakiyakari multi-season for winter, which will be better for the fish to digest. And since I've had this auto feeder on, they're a little bit more nervous now. I did have them eating out of my hand, and I've gone taking a backward step really. Yeah, they're doing well. The fish have been put on a great amount of size this year since they've started up in the feed. I think probably 70% of the fish now up to 40 cm and above. I think if I leave them to it, they'll clear that up in no time. But there you go. I'll try and have a look at them in the window. Yeah, you can see the bottom drain in the back doing the business. And there is the new fish. Hiyatsuri. That's the correct pronunciation. Hiyatsuri, Hiyatsuri. So yeah, there's my Easter shower. She's not doing very well at all really in terms of size. She's really shy to come for food. Doesn't like competing with the other fish, so I can't see her putting on that much size. I don't think I'm going to win the growing show by any stretch, but there's that bit new fish. Absolutely love it. Beautiful. Sumi that's come on it since it's gone into my pond. Sumi is beautiful. Just see that bit of tail rot there. Just a little bit. Keep an eye on that. Put some Tamadine on it yesterday, as I said. So all the fish are doing really well. Kin Matsuba, that's put on a lot of weight, put on a lot of body as well. And got the shower down here as well, put on a lot of weight. Kikasui is coming up with a lot of, not even sure if they're shimmies, but on the belly, a lot of black spots in there, so I'm guessing that's my water. I struggle with the Kahaku, which is why I haven't got any, because I get a lot of shimmies I think with the hard water. But yeah, all the fish are doing great, really happy. So that's them having the feed. I'm going to get this wooden block plank across so I can start measuring up to that window up there, and then we'll crack on with the polycarb sheets. As you can see, I've got my best shorts on for the job. Now we're going to have to step across this so we can get this fake pants down and then measure up for the polycarb sheets, but this is too big to be honest with you, so I'm not sure how it's going to work out. I think it's going to take my weight.
I don't know about that.
Can you grab that for me, Phil?
Yes.
I think I'm going to work out. You can stop filming there. Let's take these down.
Watch how you go.
Mrs. doesn't want this stuff anymore, she doesn't like it. And she is the gaffer.
The boss.
Like that. And then tell you what, if you don't like spiders, this is not the job for you. I've got my head in cobwebs and everything. Spiders running for the light. Right, all 9 inches. Pretty sure that was 2 inches. What did I say? 29 inches?
Yeah, I think so, mate.
It's 29 that side, and then this side is slightly more because it's
Scared them a bit though.
never going to get a job at a circus, am I?
No.
And that's 30, so we do 31 because there's a pitch on the roof, which is higher or slightly wider than that end. So that was 29, this is 31, so we'll do 31 all the way across.
If you come now. Keep videoing. Just in case.
Just take off some of this herb.
Squat. Yeah. That herb.
Bit of herb.
Just in case we get a you've been framed moment.
If the spider's got something, you probably will.
Yeah. Oh mate. Get him out.
What was the measurements?
31 was it? Or 29?
Yeah, you're right. 21, that's the bottom. I'm just going to do 31 all the way.
Is that done for now, Bezza, yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
There we go. How do I do this and hold it with one hand and drill at the same time?
Well, absolutely no idea, mate.
You know what we do? That's what you do for now. Just to hold it
Yeah.
and work that way.
Looking really nice, Dad.
Yeah. Arachnophobia. Getting too old for this. Having to clean out the hot tub as well. An absolute mess. But folks, we're cooking on gas. Just a quick one. If anyone hasn't watched my videos before, I'm Bezza. This is my koi channel. And this is what I do. Hobby. I'm also a carp fisherman. So if you haven't seen my carp fishing videos, head over to Bezza's carp channel and have a look. Haven't been out for a while, but I'm going out beginning of October. I've got 5 nights up on Merrington. So with my mate Andy and probably my son if he's still here. So yeah, if you haven't had a look, check out that channel. And welcome to new subscribers and welcome back to old subscribers. This is how far we've got. 2 sheets are on there. Made a bit of a mistake at the top. You can see a bit of a gap that side. I forgot that the roof was actually sloped, so I cut the sheet straight. But never mind, I still need some airflow in there anyway. So that's that bit done. There we have it. We're almost enclosed. Just got to cut the sheet to the same size as the door frame, get that all screwed in place, and we're all done, folks. And the sun's starting to come out just as I finished doing all the sawing and everything. It's been raining. So let's have a quick look inside. this will be my haven. Nice and dry. There we have it. Will it keep out the winter? I don't know. It should help. Got to tidy that one up at the back. I'm not 100% happy with that, but the main thing is the elements are not going to come in. There's very few little gaps here and there around the top. I can't really do much about. If I start plugging it with bits and pieces, it's going to look a mess. So, but this side, we're all under cover. Happy with that. I'm going to crack on and get the door done, folks, and let me show you the finished product. Looking good. See you in a bit. Here is the greenhouse. Let's have a look from over here. That don't look too shabby, does it? That looks alright, that does. There he is. Mr. Trouble. Joe Beza.
Beza number 2, the real Beza.
The little Beza.
Too shabby, is it?
No, it's good.
Good day's work. Yeah.
There we go, folks. It is all enclosed and I can enjoy those fish now throughout the winter. Hopefully it'll keep in. We'll keep most of the winter out. I'm sure it'll drop down to 9, depending if we have a harsh winter or not. But it's definitely going to help. I can't see the pond freezing over or anything like that. As I said in my earlier videos, I was thinking about an air source heat pump, but the way things are going with this energy hike, the energy price is flying up. I'm just going to leave it, and hopefully things will calm down by next year and we'll look at getting it in. So we'll have a look inside. It's not the most amazing job in the world. I'm not a carpenter, but there you go. That's it from a distance. Looks like a big greenhouse. Yeah, it doesn't look too shabby, to be fair. I'm happy with that. Got a door on the filter house eventually, and yeah, the vlog room that I had, which I kitted out for all my koi stuff and my carp fishing channel vlogs. I don't know if you heard just, but my lad's in there now. It's got his little computer room, his Xbox and everything, so I've kind of been kicked out of there for the time being, just till we get him sorted, till he's got his own place, etc. But you've got to do what you can for the kids, don't you? So he's in there. My koi stuff's still in there, so I'll still store it in there for the time being, but he's got used to that room, so any quarantine facility is not going to happen for the foreseeable. Here we are, folks, from inside the house. How nice is that, to still be able to keep an eye on the fish during the winter from the window? Well happy with that. That's exactly why I built the pond in front of the window. It's like the fish are hungry again. Right then, folks, that is it. But I'm happy about this. This means now, at winter, any time when the weather's a bit dodgy, you come inside, close the door. I need to find a way of keeping the door closed because it swings out. There we have it. We are all enclosed. Happy with that. You can actually feel it's warmer in here already. There's no wind, which feels strange, because this house at the end of a cul-de-sac, the wind sort of flies down the one alleyway, the one side of the house, whistles around the garden and back up the other way. So it's nice to actually be in here and not feel any wind. Yeah, it's a good job. And there's the fish. Give the fish a little treat. Some of this freshwater shrimp. As you can see, just over summer they've used up all that much. They absolutely love this stuff. Can't beat sitting here, folks. It's absolutely lovely in here. The only thing that destroys it is the sound of the rain when it's hammering down, if it's just been pitter-patter on the roof sheets on above. But other than that, it's lovely and peaceful. There's a little Kojak coming up. So there you have it, folks. As again, apologies, not been a video for a while. I said I've been so busy, and obviously I've had my lad moving with me, so I've got a few problems there and things to sort out. So the pond stuff has just sort of took a back seat. Same with the carp fishing, to be honest with you. But I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel now. As I say, it's great to have the auto feeder. That takes the stress off a little bit. And yeah, pond's still at 17.9, so we're not too cold yet, but hopefully this will stretch out the warmer weather just even for a few weeks. It'll help out, and when we go into the winter or the colder months, I'll start introducing the Sakri car in multi-season. And yeah, folks, I'll be out fishing first week in October. I've just joined a new lake for next year, and we'll talk about that in another video, or maybe on my carp fishing channel. You'll see. Start that new lake in the winter, around about November time. But yeah, for now, Marrington, first week in October, for 5 nights with Andy and my lad, and hopefully we'll pull out a few fish. If you're interested in that, get across the Business Carp channel and have a look. But until then, folks, I haven't really got a lot to talk about. You've seen the filter out, that's all running as it should. I've had no issues there. As I said, the bottom drain's working a treat. It doesn't pick up absolutely everything. Sometimes I have to sweep a few bits towards it. There's a couple of dead spots in the pond, but it's not the end of the world. It's doing a great job. As we cool down, I'll start sort of reducing, well, I'd like to start reducing the air that goes into the pond, but I'm finding that with the air on, that really does help with moving the solids around in the pond and getting them into the filter. So we'll have to play that one by ear, see how it goes, because I've got a feeling if I turn the air off, you're going to get a lot of dead spots in the pond where the waste will just sit there. So, but I'm fairly happy with the fish I've got now. Got some nice Japanese koi, nice kajaku there from Kweni Koi, the King Matsuba Kweni Koi, the Kikasui from Kweni Koi. Obviously starting to get a few shimmies now, which I get all the time in my pond, which is a shame. Now got the Hiyatsuri from Walker Koi, the Goshki, or Gashiki, whatever you call it, another small kajaku. I've got the Issa Showa from Absolute, who's it from? Can't remember. From the growing show, the Issa growing show. What a nice shearer that is, putting on some size, the shearer is. He was only a baby when I got him last year, and my God, he's putting on some size. He really is a good eater, so I think that's going to be a nice fish to watch. Got this little butterfly koi, had him from a local shop. He was about that small. He used to have to feed him by hand, crumb up all the food and feed him by hand. He used to hide in the pond, in one of the plants in the pond, in the old one, and he wouldn't come out and feed. He was terrified of the other fish. And we call him Pac-Man because he literally just jumps across the surface and clears up all the food. And he's got massive. So yeah, so they're not all Japanese koi. This one here, Sylvia. I'm not even sure whether that's like an Asagi or whether it's another Jin Matsuba or something. I can't tell you what that is. It's not a Japanese koi, it is rare, but it's still a nice fish. And that's around about 40 cm now as well. So we've got this shower here, it's doing really well. Put some body on it. And here is I've always wanted to hit surf, and he's absolutely beautiful. Really like him. This is my favourite fish. It'd take a lot to beat this one. Beautiful fish. So folks, that's it. Really short video, just to show you what we're doing going into winter. I think that's a good job well done, to be honest with you. And I know Laura Magro from the French Koi Connection, she's done the same with her pond. She keeps it like that all year round, and it's done the trick for her. So can't seem to keep it up all year round. Once the spring comes, I'll drop them down again. So I do like having the glass around the pond. There we go, folks. Hope you're all doing well. I'll update you as we go towards winter. Once I change the food over probably to the multi-season and see how we're going with that. And see how the fish are coping as we drop down the temperatures. I'm hoping they'll stay active and not just sit on the bottom of the pond, but we'll have to wait and see. So again folks, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, click on the subscribe, hit the like button, and drop me a comment, anything you want to know. Any thoughts or anything, just drop them in the comment section below. I always get back to everybody at some point. And nice to see a lot of you at the koi show. It's my first koi show I've ever been to. As I said, I'm sort of not massively into the hobby, if you like. This is my pond, but I'm not into it that deep, if you like, going to koi shows. I only really went to the last one because I knew I was after a certain fish, and I came back with it. So we've got the British Koi Show coming up soon. I think that's local to me somewhere. Whether I go to that, I don't know, we'll see. But there you go, folks. Take care of yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.